Hey there. We are 1 week postpartum. Well, 1 week and 1 day. Last week, this time, we were getting ready to leave the hospital. We were just waiting on Daddy to pick us up. And so, yeah. I am going to try and record her birth story. It's probably going to be in like 2 parts, though. It's a pretty fun one. Probably sometime later this week. But last week, I did absolutely nothing. All I did was sleep and feed myself and bond and spend time with my husband. So yeah, 1 week postpartum. It's been okay. I am in a lot of pain. I think because I'm moving around a lot. Since I had a drug-free birth, I was able to walk around within they had me walking around within 30 minutes. As soon as they were able to get bleeding under control, which I talk about in my birth story, so you can check that out too, when it's up, which I'm hoping will be about the same time as this. Not really bleeding a whole ton, but still a lot of discharge, so my uterus is still cleaning itself out. I think I may have ripped a stitch, not really sure. Last night there was a lot of blood, but I had back spasms right before it happened, so I don't know how that correlates. Breastfeeding is going well. The first day and night was good, and then we got home that night. It kind of wasn't, because I slept for way too long and didn't wake up with my alarms like I should have, so she didn't eat for a while. Kind of forgot how to latch her. She forgot how to latch. So we did figure that out, and my nipples no longer are in severe pain because the latch wasn't deep enough. And so she was just kind of like nipple sucking, which hurts a ton because they basically crush your nipple when they do that. Yeah, it's been a good week, just adjusting to mom life and all the diapers that come with it. She's a very active eater and pees a lot, which is healthy. She is all good. She is beautiful, and I cry so much. I'll just look at her and start crying because I'm like, she's so perfect. My husband makes fun of me for it. So yeah, not a whole lot to report, I guess. I have gotten to sleep on my stomach again, which has been lovely. Yeah, the pain has been the worst part. I have a lot of my hips are very sore, my low back, my pelvic region, and sometimes my stomach, they all kind of hurt, but I mean, that's kind of par for the course for carrying around a over 8.5 pound baby and then birthing her. Stuff's gonna hurt. Stuff's gonna be sore for a while before it's better again. And there you go. And so basically how I've been trying to remedy that, like the stitches don't hurt, my vagina doesn't really hurt, it's sore, yeah, but it's really the surrounding areas, like my bones and my joints. So I've been kind of remedying that, as I still do walk around a lot. I will take hot showers and just kind of let my hips relax. Sleeping on my stomach really helped my hips. They just kind of like opened up a bit more, I guess. Sleeping on my stomach helped my hips to open up some. You done? And then I'll take a hot shower, and because I can't take a bath right now. That's against my aftercare. They said no baths for a while, just to make sure to prevent any infection, because you don't really want anything going up into your vagina right now, especially with stitches. So I'll lay in the shower, and I'll put I'll lay on my back, and the shower will go on my stomach, and it just kind of like runs off, and so that helps. And I'll lay on my sides, and then I'll kind of curl up in a fetal pit, and then I'll kind of curl up in child's pose and let it also just run on my hips. So that's been helping just to loosen everything up again. I have been at home all the time. So I try to do walking, but it's really just around the house. This is the one time we're like, maybe we should have gotten a treadmill instead of a bike. I do hear that you can get the birthing ball though, and it can help, so I'm trying to look up some little minor exercises and workouts for that. But yeah, it's been nice. My blood pressure, because that was one of the big concerns right up till the end. When I got admitted at the hospital, my blood pressure, I keep dropping this, my blood pressure was something like 137 over like 89, like what it had been. And then they took my blood pressure after she was born and after everything, after I was stitched up, right before we moved to the recovery rooms, right before we left the delivery room into the recovery room, and it was back down to like 120 over like 79, and then they came back later after we had been in the recovery room for a while, and it was like 110 over 68. So my blood pressure is back to normal. I also realized that's why I was so red all the time, because I'm no longer super red. I'm basically back to like a very white color. So yeah, blood pressure is all good. My blood was all good. Her blood's all good. Just making sure she's eating and gaining weight. We have our next pediatrician appointment next Tuesday. She did lose, I don't know what the percentage was. She was born at 8'9". We left the hospital, she was 8'6". When we went to the doctor the next day, she was 7'13". So that's 12 ounces lost since birth, which is kind of huge. But the pediatrician wasn't all too worried, because she knew my milk was going to be coming in, and so we've tried to weigh her here. Like, I'll stand on the scale with her and then put her down and stand on the scale again. And we did that, and it showed that she's weighing 13 pounds, which we're like, no, that's not right. That can't be possible. So it's not very accurate, but at least, we can hope that she is weighing at least over 8 pounds again based on that. My body, once again, I feel very swollen. I feel like you can see it in my chin. And neck, but my hands and fingers, my feet and fingers, my feet and hands, toes and fingers, whatever, lower calves don't feel as swollen or look as swollen as they did right up at the end. So the blood pressure thing definitely was tickles. It's definitely a bigger issue than I had originally thought. So she is getting close to being done on my one boob, and I gotta flip her. So look for all the other videos, because I'm gonna be doing some back posting of videos that didn't get out before she was born. I think I had about like 2 or 3, like what I had been doing with trying to induce, and then also where I talked about like induction anxiety. I have a video where I talk about what I was trying to do for a natural induction, and I think in that one I talk about my anxiety over induction, or they're the same one. I don't really know right now. I haven't seen them in over a week. But I didn't have to be induced. You'll see about that in the birth story. So yeah, look out for the other ones. If you're new here, check out all the ones leading up to it. It was a roller coaster of a ride to get her here. And then also look for the one where I decide to introduce her to the world.